Level 16, JMNN. This is one of the trickiest levels in the entire game, mostly because it's the first time you encounter the horrifying adversaries that the mummies are. They move slowly but attack furiously. One hit kills your Viking instantly. On top of that, every Viking killed by a mummy becomes a mummy himself, which is quite unnecessary considering that you cannot beat a level without all 3 Vikings left alive. Things couldn't possibly get worse, could they? They do. Mummies are also impervious to arrows, which means that you have to get close to them and slice them with your sword. Obviously, standing behind Olaf's shield is strongly suggested. The snake here is arguably even more of a pain in the ass. You come across it at a very inconvenient angle and are supposed to drop a bomb on top of it to kill it. I prefer to rescue it with Baliak, even suffering some damage in the process. We can heal that damage right up, so everything is fine once again. The moving platform presents a threat of 2 kinds. It can impale you on the spikes if you are sent too high, or it can trap you and crush you inside the pit if you don't time your descent just right. Having avoided these perils, I've gotten my hands on the red key. Time to unlock whatever lies ahead. Of course, we have a mummy to welcome us on the other side. Rather than doing the obvious and safe thing, which would be to wait for Olaf to block and only unlock it in his presence, perhaps using him, I simply time things right, open the passage and run like hell. Now, getting to the other side suddenly became tricky, since if you fall too far to the right, you die to the mummy. If you stay on the left too long, you die to the spikes. Of course, with the mummy gone, Eric will have a much easier time getting to the other side, but I don't yet know what lies beyond, and in such a situation I tend to send Olaf first to find out what we will be facing and protect others from it, and Baliak second to face the threat and, if possible, eliminate it. In this case, it was merely another mummy. 3 slashes and it's gone. There's a destructible wall ahead of us and a mummy pacing behind it. There is a sharp drop ahead of us. I investigate with Eric and discover that it leads to another mummy. You might think to yourselves, that's easy, just block it with Olaf and kill it with Baliak, just like before. Well, no. As you might remember, there were ladders floating and a waterfall emerging from the ceiling at the very start of the level. This sort of architectural choice strongly suggests that I need to glide that way. Without doing so, and falling out on those ledges next to Eric and Baliak would prevent me from coming back. Without doing so, I would not be able to complete the level because I would not be able to get the blue key. You might think to yourselves, there are all these ladders. I bet Eric could jump onto them and climb upwards to the left. No. No, he couldn't. He certainly couldn't. Now, venturing upwards with Olaf, I block off yet another mummy. As you can see, our heroes are almost all back together. All the distance between them is a mummy on a ledge next to a conveniently placed bomb. That would stand to reason to expect me to pick up the bomb and either drop it down or jump down and leave the bomb next to the mummy. No, it's too dangerous, and I will get down just as well by falling on my ass next to Olaf. Hit points be damned. I apologize to those of you who had expected great and daring things out of me here, but there's nothing easier than to screw up at some point, get one of your Vikings turned into a mummy on that ledge, and realize that you have failed at the very final stretch of the level. Decent flying, Olaf. Great fighting, Baliak. Yeah, and no one made any dumb mummy jokes.